In an ancient kingdom, where the sky kissed the forests, 12 royal children lived in harmony until darkness crept into their golden halls. Their mother had passed, leaving behind beauty, kindness, and a promise that love would always protect them. But love faltered when the king remarried. The new queen was dazzling as ice and sharp as a dagger. Her heart pulsed with envy for the king's children, whose spirit she could never mirror. She whispered spells of deceit until the king listened to her more than to his own blood. One by one, she banished the princess's 11 brothers, turning them into majestic wild swans. The princess, the youngest and purest of heart, was spared only because the queen misjudged her courage. Yet, when the spell struck her brothers, the girl felt it through her soul, feathers of grief brushing her dreams. At dawn, she fled the castle, chasing the echoing cry of swans that once were brothers. She wandered through forests thick with mist, following white plumes and fading feathers. Days turned to weeks, and when hope nearly broke within her, she found them 11 swans soaring above a midnight lake, their eyes the same as the brothers she kissed goodnight so many years ago. When the sun dipped below the mountains, the swans descended, and as moonlight touched them, their forms melted back into those of her brothers, human again, but only until the first ray of dawn. With each sunrise, the curse took them once more. Her eldest brother, with silver in his eyes, told her of the spell. Only through a vow of silence and the weaving of 11 shirts spun from nettles can the curse be undone. The princess did not hesitate. Love was her kingdom now. She gathered stinging nettles with bare hands, blood mixing with tears, pain stitching devotion into every fiber. She made her home in a cave under the roots of an old oak, where the wind whispered courage through its leaves. Day after day, she spun the nettles into thread, weaving shirts by the flicker of moonlight. Silence bound her tongue, a silence not of weakness but of fierce determination. Even when strangers found her, questioned her, and feared her wordless presence, she stayed true. Her silence became her magic. One fateful morning, a young king hunting through the woods saw her bent over the green cloth, her hands trembling, her dress torn but her eyes alight with purpose. He saw in her not a wild creature, but something wholly steadfast and beautiful. He brought her to his castle, unaware of the vow she carried heavier than any crown. He offered her kindness, then love, then his hand in marriage. And though she could not speak, she nodded, for love is also born without words. But whispers traveled faster than wind. The court murmured that the new queen was cursed or mad. When children went missing and omens darkened the sky, they blamed her silence, branding her a witch. She was brought before a furious crowd, flames rising in waiting judgment. Yet, even as the fire crackled, she kept weaving, the last shirt unfinished. Her hands, blistered and bleeding, moved with desperate grace. The 11 swans circled above, sensing her peril, their wings cutting against the smoke-stained sky. As the flames licked close, dawn broke the 12th stroke of redemption. She threw the shirts toward the swans, and as they touched, one by one, the birds transformed back into her brothers, human, free, radiant. Only the youngest kept one swan's wing, for the final shirt lacked a sleeve, proof that love, though imperfect, can still triumph entire. The brothers stepped forward, shielding their sister from the fire. The king, witnessing the miracle, fell to his knees, realizing the truth. Her silence had been her greatest cry of love. The people wept, the flames were quenched, and peace descended like morning light on dew. The curse was broken. The queen's spirit knew rest. The 12 siblings, human, again walked into a dawn made for second chances. And if silence ever speaks, it is through the courage to love without needing to be believed.